Good morning everybody. Again, it's a bit kulimlim kaya mas attentive tayo, mas tahimik at wala akong nakikita pang aso na dala-dala ninyo. So, thank you. Sa mga pagbasa, ang paglalagom, summary, sa unang pagbasa narinig natin mula sa 2 Kings kung paano nagpahimakas ang foreshadowing. Nagbigay ng pahimakas si Eliseo at sinabi niya ay nagbigay siya ng ayuda. Tayo mga Pilipino pagka meron tayong mga salitang Kastila na ginagamit natin, pwede namang gamiting tulong pero ginagamit natin yung Kastila. So gagamitin ko ngayon. Nagbigay si Eliseo ng ayuda, 20 tinapay na cebada. At ano ang sinabi niyang isang proklamasyong prophetic proclamation? They shall eat and there shall be some left over. This is a prefiguration of what we heard in the gospel, a foreshadowing. The gospel actualizes what was prefigured, what was foretold, what was foreshadowed by Elisha in the second book of Kings. In the second reading, we are told by St. Paul, and he tells us about kung sa unang pagbasa ay ang binanggit ni Eliseo ay ang agapay, ayuda, pagtulong, pagbibigay ng agapay, pag-agapay sa mga nagugutom. Ano ang binanggit ng sulat ni San Pablo sa ikalawang pagbasa? Yan ay may kinalaman sa buhay na ganap. Living in a manner worthy of the Lord and our call. Yan ang kanyang tagubilin sa atin. Anong uri ng buhay? Buhay ng kaisahan, oneness, kaganapan, integration. Mali ang gamit ng mga nagbabalita sa ABS-CBN. Ano ang mga kaganapan? Wrong. Ano ang mga nagaganap? Kaganapan is fullness. Kaganapan is wholeness. It is a substantive, it is not a verb. So mali yung sinasabi lang, ano ang ganap dyan? No, ano ang nangyayari dyan? Ang daming mali ngayon sa ating lipunan, pinapalawig ng mga social media influencers. Ang ikatlong pagbasa ay kaganapan, katuparan. Katuparan ng ipinahimakas ng unang pagbasa. At pinagtagubili ni Pablo, tinapay. So tatlong salita, agapay, buhay, tinapay. Yan ang lagom ng tatlong pagbasa. Ang katuparan ng ipinahimakas ni Eliseo na nagbigay ng ayuda ng 20 tinapay na cebada. Ang katuparan ng buhay na tagubili ni Pablo na siyang dapat ay kaaya-aya at karapat-dapat sa pagtawag sa atin ng Panginoon. Buhay na ganap. Anong ibig sabihin ng buhay na ganap? No one should be left behind. We are all one. We all have one hope, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all. This is what we are all called to. But then let us go back to the here and the now. This is the fusion of horizons, the horizon of humanity, the horizon of sinful and selfish humanity, the horizon of corrupt Philippines, the horizon of bully nations like China and Russia, the horizon of people who want more and they already have the biggest country in the world. Russia is the biggest country in the world and they want more. They want the Baltic nations, they want Poland, they want Ukraine. And they say is to denazify Ukraine. No, they want the lithium that is in the Donbas region. They have the biggest store of lithium, and since the future of the world is green energy, mawawala na ang kanilang export na langis sapagkat lahat ngayon ang ginagawa natin ay electric vehicles, and the future of energy is green energies. Kaya ang lithium, the number one exporter of lithium now is Bolivia, but the biggest supply of lithium they found out is in the Donbas region in the Ukraine. Kaya wag na tayong magpabola sa mga false narratives ng mga diktador na kinakailangan tanggalin ng mga Nazi. Hindi, ang gusto nila ay pera, ang gusto nila ay power, gusto nila ay privilege. The same issue in the Philippine political dynastic context. Why do they want to serve? Oh, they don't want to serve. They just want to remain in power. And it's very easy to be more powerful if your whole clan has been mayor for 40 years. If you have been mayor of Davao since 1986, you want more, and you want your children also to be senators and for future presidents. This is the here and the now. Number one, ang kultura ng wapakels. According to sociologists, people now are no longer concerned about what's happening in Gaza. It's called the pornography of grief. We see so much pain, we see so much flooding in China, so much flooding in the Philippines. It becomes a museum artifact. They see all the floods that inundated the whole, almost like the whole country. They saw it in Western Europe, but they continue on enjoying life. They don't care. We don't care about people's pain because we see so much of it. We don't care if there is war in Gaza and people are dying because it's far malayo sa bituka natin, sabi nga. So, ito ang ating ang katunayan at kalagayan sa ating panahon ngayon at dito. Wapakels culture, waiter being forced to stand a lecture for 2 hours on gender sensitivity. Ang kawawang waiter, pinatayo ng 2 oras para lecturean ng gender sensitivity, wokeness, and the wokest culture par excellence. And this is happening right here. Wala pa nga ang SOGI bill na nagmamakaingay na. Gender sensitivity for 2 hours, nagtatrabaho ng marangal, mali ang tinawag kung kaya't ayun, tumayo ka dyan. At binigyan ng 2 oras na lecture. Isa pa, yung hilpuyat naging hiltulog, kabastusan, binaboy ang pangalan ng isang Senate President, all for cheap gimmickry in order to earn more. It's a commercial plot. Ang Hilpuyat Avenue ginawang Hiltulog. Binaboy ang pangalan ni Senator Hilpuyat. I don't care about Hilpuyat really personally. I don't know him. But I do know that he is a statesman. Wala nang pake ang mga tao sa mga statesmen, sa mga heroes. Walang pakialam, walang pagmamalasakit. This is Wapakels culture. Cheap gimmickry at the expense of basic respect. Puyat became Tulog. Hilpuyat Sr., a respected statesman. Sapagkat wala nang statesman sa Senado, kahit sinong ungas pwede maging senador. Kung gusto mo maging security guard, kailangan 2 taong koleyo. Pero pag ikaw yung gusto maging senador o presidente, kahit ungas pwede. Wala sa constitution natin. At kahit BO pwede. Cheap gimmickry at the expense of basic respect. Empathy is sorely lacking. And this is my good news for today. Because the gospel talks about empatheia. And empatheia in Greek means, it's empathy in English, but it means more than what we hear. Empatheia is, the root word is pathein, which means to suffer. And you can suffer with that sympatheia, and that is not a Christian virtue. Sympathy is not a Christian virtue, but empathy is a potential virtue of charity. When you are empathetic or empathic, you suffer within, you don't suffer with. Pag ikaw ay may sympathy, ay kawawa naman yung mga biktima ng baha. Anong ginagawa mo? Walang makwenta yung iyong sympatheia. You need to have empathy. You need to suffer within and to feel with. You need dama. You need pakikiramay. You need pakikidamay. You need pandama. Yan ang equivalent ng empatheia. Yan ang turo ngayon sa magandang balita ng Ebanghelyo. Nang makita ng Panginoon na libo-libo ang sumusunod sa Kanya at naghahanap ng kagalingan, tulong at lahat ng inaasam nila sa buhay, ang tanong niya kay Felipe, saan kaya tayo pwedeng bumili ng pagkaing magkakasya sa ganitong karaming tao. It is not just a question. It is not looking for a fact. It's a statement of empathy. It's a statement of pakikidama. It's a statement of pakikiramay. It's a statement of pakikiisa. The second reading talks about the fullness of what Christian life is. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all. It is oneness, it is wholeness, it is being integrated, inserted, involved, engaged, united with others, even in their pain and sorrow. I know that this is what is sorely lacking in our culture. Ang mga bata ngayon ay wala ng empatiya. Nung araw, noong ako'y batang principal, ang mga estudyante ko pag nakakita ng pare ay kulang na lang imang gayo papa at babati. Ngayon dito sa mga bata, daanan ka, titingnan ka lang from head to foot. Mga bata ngayon walang galang. At babanggain ka pa. I'm small, so kaya nila akong banggain. Walang empatiya, walang wapakils, walang pakiramdam. Empathy is sorely lacking in our culture. The good news today rouses us a call to what being empathic, being marunong makiramay, makidamdam, makiramdam, hindi manhid. It is a call to giving agapay, ayuda. It is a call to buhay na ganap. It is a call. How are we going to actualize this? We are called to share in the one bread, the one cup, in the one sacrifice in the altar that is here in the now, that is the Eucharist. This is the actualization of what was foreshadowed. The sacrament of the Eucharist is called the sacrament of unity. It is also the sacrament of thanksgiving. It is also the sacrament of love. The sacrament of the body and blood of the Lord being poured out, being shared, so that we might be one with God and one with Him. And this is what we are called to do. And these are what God offers us. It might interest you to note that every time you fall in line for communion, you become companions. And the word companions comes from the root word panis. Pan in Spanish is bread, pane. Panis is bread. When you walk together to receive the one bread that leads to life eternal, you are companions. You are joining together with others to share in the one bread. That is the root word of companions. Companions are people who are on journey. That's why we make a procession towards communion, because it is o excaviatorum, the food of wayfarers, the food of people on a journey. We are all on a journey. We might not matter too much to our neighbor. Ngayong usong-uso ang mga condominiums, yung katabi mong pinto hindi mo kilala kasi hindi mo nakikita. Makikita mo yan pagka holiday. Hindi mo kilala yung katabi mo kasi yun ay kanilang second house. Ang bahay nila ay nasa Parañaque, may second house sa Tagaytay, o sa Boracay, o sa Tanay, o sa Tagaytay. Kaya hindi mo kilala ang iyong kapitbahay. Hindi kayo companions. Hindi kayo kumpane. At Mass, we are all companions. We are all together looking for a dream that was already actualized and realized by the passion, death, and resurrection of Christ. The process is there and here to stay. We are called to be one. The actualization and realization is ours together to do, together as companions. The promise of eternal life is ours to claim. We begin claiming it here and now. In this Mass, you bring it home. Bring it home to your companions who are not here, to welcome them into, bring them to the path that leads to everlasting life. One bread, one body, one people, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all. Agapay, tinapay, buhay.